Big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
From outright mocking Jay-Z for supposedly trying to resemble a famous gay painter, to calling him out for building his entire career around being Beyoncé's husband.
When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy.
50 Cent's been clapping back at Jay-Z for decades, but now Jay's finally responding, and his clip is setting timelines on fire. Let's break it down. This isn't just some old-school beef from the late 90s. Nah, this goes way deeper than chart positions or studio bars. It's corporate power moves, boardroom politics, and who really controls the culture. And the streets are talking because this drama just hit a whole new level. The focus? The Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah, that historic moment in 2022 at Sophie Stadium with Dre, Snoop, Mary J., and K-Dot. Fans were hyped, hip-hop finally front and center. Then 50 Cent made his iconic entrance, hanging upside down in an NDA club pose, sending the internet wild with throwback energy. But according to 50, that legendary moment nearly didn't happen. And the reason? Jay-Z. Here's the deal. Since 2019, Jay-Z's Rock Nation has been running the NFL's halftime show game. That means he essentially decides who's on that stage, how it produced, and who gets those career-changing moments in front of the largest TV audience in America. 50 claimed Jay used that power to try and keep him off the Super Bowl stage. The streets are buzzing, and this showdown between two of hip-hop's biggest names isn't just about music. It's about influence, legacy, and who really calls the shots.
Z told Dr. Dre, just for people who's not up on this, or Eminem, that he didn't want you to perform part of that Super Bowl that they had a couple years ago.
Back in December 2024, 50 sat down on Cameron's Come Talk to Flea and spilled all the tea. He revealed how Jay went straight to Dre and Mary J., saying he didn't want 50 anywhere near the Super Bowl performance. But here's the real kicker. It showed the day one loyalty between 50 and Eminem. That straight-up ride-or-die energy right there.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I just
threatened,
possibly. Not even threatened. You know, I think it's just when you take the competition from, like, our culture is competitive, man. It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand.
50 isn't talking creative differences or scheduling conflicts. He's straight up accusing Jay-Z of using his corporate clout to block another artist's rise. And when you sit with that, it's clear this isn't just two rappers beefing. This is about power, control, and how old hood rivalries get played out in corporate boardrooms. But it gets juicier. 50 revealed that Eminem basically gave the NFL an ultimatum: no performance without 50. Even Tony Yayo, 50's Day One G-Unit fam, confirmed the story when he chopped it up with DJ Vlad.
I mean, Jay, you know, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. Come on.
Wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
You didn't
Bowl?
know that? Yeah, he didn't
Well,
want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hated. Yeah,
I remember
pushed for it,
Eminem
yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50.
Think about that for a second. One of the most hyped Super Bowl halftime shows almost lost Eminem, one of its biggest draws and a certified legend, all because Jay-Z allegedly tried to keep 50 off the stage. This isn't petty beef anymore. This is corporate power play, moves that can cost networks millions and leave an organization looking wild on the biggest night of the year. 50 has been breaking down why Jay would go that hard. In a July 2024 Hollywood Reporter interview, he said it straight. They wanted to leave me out of it. It was them fighting for me to stay out. Should be in the NFL paperwork now. Eminem is not performing without 50. Then in October 2024, on The Breakfast Club, 50 doubled down, saying Jay blocked him and even tried to pin it on the NFL to dodge direct blame. But 50's industry contacts told him exactly where the resistance was coming from. So why would one of hip-hop's biggest bosses allegedly try to sabotage another artist's Super Bowl moment? According to 50, it all comes down to competition, and not just in music.
When it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like right now, he's not even competing for a slot. You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5, and you still competing. It just don't make sense. Like, what are we competing for?
Tell me.
50 Cent has suggested that his massive success in television production and his Powerhouse Power franchise has turned him into a direct competitor to Jay-Z's entertainment ventures. This isn't about who drops the hottest bars or biggest first-week sales anymore. This is empire building, market share, and controlling the narrative of hip-hop's business future. According to 50, the NFL initially took the public fall for the Super Bowl controversy, but he knew all along it was Roc Nation calling the shots. Corporate shields were up, plausible deniability in place, but 50 wasn't fooled. He knew exactly who was pulling the strings. What makes this allegation even more explosive? Jay-Z has never publicly addressed it. His silence has spoken volumes. Some fans see it as a dignified refusal to engage in petty drama, while others interpret it as tacit confirmation that 50 Cent's claims might hold water. The story sparked broader discussions across social media and hip-hop circles. In September 2024, Cameron and May speculated that Jay-Z blocked Lil Wayne from performing at the 2025 Super Bowl due to old beef mirroring what allegedly happened with 50. A pattern seemed to be emerging, using corporate power to settle old scores and keep rivals off the biggest stages. Fans are divided. Some side with 50, calling Jay-Z petty or gatekeeper abusing his position. Others defend Jay, pointing to 50's history of stirring beef and suggesting this could just be another chapter in his endless trolling campaign. The truth likely lies somewhere in the complicated middle ground between these perspectives. What's undeniable, though, is that neither the NFL, Roc Nation, nor Jay-Z have ever officially confirmed or denied 50 Cent's claims, leaving his narrative to dominate the conversation. And that silence speaks volumes for anyone paying attention. To understand why this conflict runs so deep, why Jay-Z would allegedly go to such lengths to keep 50 Cent off the Super Bowl stage, you have to go back to the very beginning. The origins of an eternal hip-hop war. Every legendary rivalry has a story, and the tension between Jay-Z and 50 Cent traces back to 1999. Long before Curtis Jackson became the platinum-selling vitamin water mogul we know today. Back then, 50 was a hungry rapper from Queens with a stagnant record deal and roughly 40 tracks that nobody cared about. He decided to make a bold move to get noticed. Inspired by the notorious B.I.G.'s 1993 track Just Playing Dreams, where Biggie fantasized about R&B stars, 50 flipped the concept into a robbery theme. The result was How to Rob, a track where he audaciously fantasized about robbing nearly every famous rapper and singer in the industry, Jay-Z included. One line hit hard: what just sold like $4 million? He got something to live for. Don't want to put him through that Bentley coupe door. It was daring, disrespectful, and exactly the kind of guerrilla marketing an unknown rapper needed. The song spread like wildfire through white-label vinyls, sent to DJs like Funkmaster Flex at Hot 97, getting hundreds of spins weekly and circulating across mixtapes in major cities. Suddenly, everyone in hip-hop was talking about this bold new kid from Queens. While most targets laughed it off or ignored it, Jay-Z chose to respond, and his response would define the dynamic between them for the next 25 years. At Hot 97 Summer Jam in 1999, Jay-Z dropped a legendary freestyle, including the line, "I'm about $1. What the is 50 Cent?" It was dismissive, clever, and perfectly encapsulated Jay-Z's approach, positioning himself as the established currency while reducing 50 Cent to literal change. The line later appeared on its Hot, Some Like It Hot, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter, December 1999, produced by Timbaland, cementing the rivalry for years to come.
Never been no 50 Cent Jay-Z conversations, questioning whether there was a competition between the two of them. There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, plural, 2 of them sold 5 million.
50 Cent didn't stay silent. In 2000, he fired back with Be a Gentleman, a direct response questioning Jay-Z's street credibility. Jay-Z, please. You a sham, a con, a fake. 41-year-old talking he run New York. Give me a break. He mocked Jay's age, image, and claims of authenticity, arguing that commercial success didn't equal real street respect. The back and forth could have escalated further, but fate intervened brutally. On May 24, 2000, 50 Cent was shot 9 times outside his grandmother's house in Queens. He survived miraculously, but Columbia Records dropped him and shelved his debut album, Power of the Dollar. The shooting effectively paused the rivalry for the next 2 years. 50 rebuilt himself through mixtapes while recovering, as Jay-Z continued dominating with albums like The Blueprint in 2001. The beef simmered quietly in the background. Both men focused on their paths. When 50 reemerged in 2002, signed by Eminem and Dr. Dre to Shady Aftermath, everything changed. His debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying, dropped in February 2003, selling 872,000 copies in its first week and eventually going diamond. Hits like In DA Club and 21 Questions dominated the airwaves nationwide. Suddenly, the question wasn't whether 50 Cent was legitimate, it was whether anyone could stop him. Jay-Z knew it. In a 2013 Breakfast Club interview, he admitted warning his Roc Nation artists, "Y'all got a chance right now. Just flood it. Put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming." The next phase was uneasy coexistence. In 2003, they appeared together in a Reebok commercial, co-headlined the Rock the MIC tour, and occasionally collaborated, with Jay rapping over 50's beats. 50 even claimed his G-Unit shoes outsold Jay's as Carter Line 6-1, but beneath the surface, the tension never fully dissipated. 50 Cent consistently highlighted his international commercial dominance, using the numbers to paint a stark picture of who was really winning the game.
A huge difference in who we are with each other internationally. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there, because America could be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around to change the way the rest of the world feels about you.
50 Cent had been unusually candid about what he sees as Jay-Z's central weakness, a tendency to avoid direct confrontation. Instead of addressing conflicts head-on, 50 claims Jay-Z has always relied on others to act on his behalf.
See, he's a piece of work. He always put somebody in front of him. When Jada came for him, he put Beanie in front of him. And Beanie went back and forth with Jadakiss. When Cam came for him, he put True Life in front of him. And they went back and forth. And he just didn't.
This critique also targets Jay-Z's public persona. 50 Cent famously dubbed him the coolest punk in hip-hop, implying that Jay's polished corporate image makes him seem approachable but in a way that undercuts his street credibility.
Coolest punk in hip-hop. His presentation makes people decide to say,
oh man,
you know, because he's big, and his take on it is bigger than the actual art form. He won't actually.
The implications are clear. 50 Cent sees Jay-Z as someone who plays the game differently, avoiding direct confrontation, using corporate structures as shields, and letting others handle his battles. Whether that's strategic genius or weakness depends on who you ask. Their rivalry extended far beyond music. In 2004, 50 Cent partnered with Glusso, the makers of vitamin water, opting for an equity stake instead of a flat endorsement fee. When Coca-Cola acquired Glusso in 2007 for $4.1 billion, 50's share reportedly earned him $60 to $100 million after taxes. Around the same time, Jay-Z sold his Rocawear clothing brand to Iconix Brand Group for $204 million in cash. Both deals were landmark achievements, but 50 never shied away from framing his vitamin water windfall as a smarter, more lucrative move. Over the years, the business shade continued, with both men building empires that inevitably competed for the same cultural space. By 2007, the rivalry took another twist. Kanye West's graduation and 50 Cent's Curtis dropped on the same day, sparking one of the most anticipated sales battles in hip-hop history.